should stand over here and then we can get our milk.
There you go.
Hey, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Amanda, the program director here at the Milford Senior Center in Milford, Connecticut. We have an overcast, chilly day, but it's still gorgeous out. And we are ready to let our yoga dance with Miss Andrea. Please make sure that the area that you're going to exercise in is free from any hazards that you could bump into or trip over. Stay hydrated. Wear clothing that you're comfortable moving in. Also, if you have any questions about what type of exercise you should, please consult your physician. And have a wonderful afternoon. Have fun, Andrea.
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you. After she leaves, I'll take off my mask.
Ready to tilt?
Be able to hear me a little bit better. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring in a chair. Start the practice in, but I'm gonna come a little closer, chat with you a little bit. So, bye, Amanda.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Leave me alone. So, before we begin, one of the things that I wanted to address that she just said about staying hydrated. So when you practice Let Your Yoga Dance with me, I always give water breaks. And so I'll go run into the other room than ever, right? Outside it's drier than, even tomorrow it's gonna be raining, but it's the cold that takes it away. And inside, of course, we're heating our homes, and that really dries things up. So winter is, in Ayurvedic terms, Ayurveda is one of the things I practice, and it's the sister science to yoga. The winter, the late fall and the winter is called Vata, V-A-T-A, Vata, which means wind, and the elements are wind and ether, air and ether. And it's characterized by dryness, brittleness, movement, cold, all right? So staying hydrated is one of the best ways that you can counteract being imbalanced in Vata. It may sound a little weird to you if you've never looked at Ayurveda, but yoga is all about finding equilibrium, right? So things throw us out of equilibrium. Actions of others, actions of ourselves in the environment that we're in. So the environment now is dry, cold, windy. You know, this week we had that big wind that went through us back into equilibrium. And one of the things you can do is drink lots of water. So I have my water cup with me, and on there is my little logo there. That's the dance. This is my little advertising I bring around with me, and the tagline is where joy and fun meet the deep and sacred. All right. So I make sure that I've always got some water with me, and I just keep on sipping on it through the day. All right. Now, the other thing that I wanted to demonstrate for you, I probably won't demonstrate, I'll talk a little bit about it, is your nasal passages. So I didn't bring my neti pot. Next time I come in, I'll actually demonstrate it for you. And if you're not familiar with that, you can ask your doctor. They sell them at regular drugstores. You can get it at CVS or Walgreens or Rite Aid, wherever. This, however, is a little bit harder to find. This is called Nasya oil. I'll bring that up to the camera a little closer. Hopefully that's not reversed. It's reversed as I'm looking at it, but hopefully you see it straight on. So Nasya, N-A-S-Y-A, Nasya oil. So Sanskrit is the root language of Latin, and Nasya means, it refers to nostrils. Okay, so when we use the Nasya oil, it goes into the nostrils, which goes into our nadis, which are the energy centers that run through the body. If you were doing a traditional Chinese medicine, they call it meridian. So that's how we translate it, as meridian lines, which is the energy that flows through your body, right? So the Nasya oil is designed to, I'm going to turn this music down. It's on. Brought some music in with me that I'm going to try playing for you. So Nasya oil has, this is Banyan Botanicals, which is what I use. I get it online and they ship it to me. This is, the main ingredients is refined sesame oil and olive oil. And then there's all kinds of herbs that are put in there that are really good for your sinuses. and it's got a little dropper inside of it, all right? So I take this dropper and I put a little bit into the palm of my hand's all nice and clean, and then I just take some and snort it up into my nose. And what happens here? So you're lubricating the nasal passages. So one of the things that happens to us in the wintertime, besides our skin, everything internally dries up too. And if you are blowing your nose a lot or just breathing, get stuffy, get those dry nasal passages. And if you get little cracks inside of your nasal passages, that will cause easier way to get infections, right? So since I've been using the Nasia oil and my neti pot, I haven't had a sinus infection. Gosh, over 10 years, maybe even 15 years since I last had a sinus infection. And I used to get them almost every year, all right? So staying hydrated and hydrated with oil, oil your body, that will go into your joints and through your skin as well. And oil the lining. I put oil inside of my ears, I put it inside of my belly button, I massage it into my head during the winter, all right? And if you don't want to get some kind of fancy oil, you can just get organic sesame oil, and that'll do the trick. Okay, so that's our Ayurvedic health lesson today. So I'll show you again, or if you want to take a picture of it or write it down, Nasia oil. All right. Okay, so we're going to begin some movement. Now we had a big full moon this week, and I don't know if you saw it up here in Connecticut. It was pouring down rain and cloudy today. So full moon started Sunday night and through Monday, and there was actually a lunar eclipse as well on Monday. And I often do something that's called a moon salutation. And so I've done a couple of these this week with my Zoom classes, and you can find it on my own YouTube channel as well, but I'm going to do it for you here. And we're going to start by going through our chakras. So we start by grounding, feeling our feet on the So let's just start by getting your comfortable on the earth. And I do this barefoot, but you don't have to do it barefoot. You could be wearing your shoes. You want to take your foot out and do a little circle. So first chakra is, and if you're new to this class, chakras are the energy centers that run through your body about along the spinal column. And the root chakra starts at the base of the tailbone. And we, in this class, work our legs and our feet especially, and we also do the spine to bring us into awareness of the body. So just moving your ankles, circling them, pointing and flexing, and then do a little tap of the feet and a little wiggle in your chair, and bring your hands to your thighs and lift the spine. Shoulder blades roll back and down, and let the crown of your head reach to the sky. Take a big breath in. When you're at home, so you can open your mouth and do a big breath out. I'm not going to do it too hard like that since I'm here at the senior center, even though the room is empty. Sigh it out. A little wobble of your head. So in our first chakra, our beginning of our class, we just want to bring some awareness into your physical body. So noticing the sensations, especially your feet and your legs and your hips, your lower body. Feel yourself settling down into the earth. The element of chakra 1 is earth. The spine grow a little bit taller. Imagine somebody's got a little string on the crown of the head and it's holding you up towards the sky. And you let your shoulders relax back and down. Feel your ears. Big breath in again and breath out. Close your eyes. And just bring your awareness into your breath. So begin to feel the expansion as you inhale. You might imagine moving outward from the ribs and the belly. And as you exhale, squeeze. Inhale, expand outward. Exhale, drawing it in. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable, or let your gaze look softly down towards the floor. Taking this time to notice the sensations in your body. Are there any areas that need a little extra loving care today? Notice the quality of your breath. Perhaps you're a little congested or wheezing. Your breath is clear and strong. So, without any judgment. And notice what's going on in your mind and in your heart. Are you working through any concerns in your personal life or the world in general? Kind of a nervous time in our world right now. Natural to feel a little anxiety. Notice that with compassion. Notice if you're thinking about other things you should be doing to do with. Again, with compassion. Modern people in mind, trying to let it rest is one of our practices in yoga. Put your hands together at your fair pose at your heart center. First, starting with gratitude, be grateful for this breath you take. Grateful for this body that is taking you through life. Setting an intention, like a promise to yourself. Stay present to this practice as best you can. Let go of your to-do list. Let go of your concerns for now. Be here with me, honoring your body, allowing yourself to move with freedom and joy. Let your yoga begin. Bring your thumbs to your third eye now and bow to your indwelling spirit. Me, right through the camera. Namaste. The light within me welcomes and honors the light within me. Okay. Give yourself a little hug. Take your hands to your arms and give yourself a little massage up and down the arm, and down one arm with the hand, and then down and up. Get a little warmth and energy. Then give a little tap to your chest. Down into the lower ribs, and the upper ribs. Imagine your Tarzan and your getting a little energy going. This is really good for the lungs, and it gets the energy going in a lot of your glands that are around you. Bring the hands back to the shoulders. Give your shoulders a little pat. And then come to the back of your neck. Give it a little massage. How's that feeling? How are your shoulders feeling? Can you raise your elbows up to give a little bit more massage down into your mid-back? and then come up to the scalp. And you could do this a tap or a massage onto the scalp. And the shoulders are hurting, bring your arms down, and you could just do more on your hands. Into the temples, the elbows drop down. The temples, a little massage. Across the forehead. So if you're dealing with sinus issues, which happens a lot in the time of the year, massaging and warming the face with movement like this will help relieve, help to bring energy and go into your cheekbones. And underneath the cheekbones into the temporal mandibular joint and down into your jaw. If you're congested, probably feel it in your ears too. So get this right into the ear and then get your earlobes and pull out. Pull out and get the top of your ears and the bottom of your ears. And again, working on the sinuses, come close to your nose and get a little pressure, acupressure right at the base of your cheekbones, close to the nose, and press inward and upward. I learned this one when I was pregnant and had all kinds of congestion. And I couldn't take medicine that I was used to taking. So somebody taught me this acupressure movements, and it really helped. So you put a little pressure. And of course, you probably know putting a warm washcloth can help. Steam can help again, that lubrication, right? And then come down into the neck and do a little massage in the neck. Head to one side and then the other, and it's no hurry. And then go into the side of the neck, going down the neck. So this is working on your fascia. Fascia is connective tissue. You're following from behind the ear down into the collarbone. You feel that little ropey muscle there. And then turn the other side and get that side. Like a little pinch, gentle pinch, and release down this little ropey muscle. So you are massaging your fascia. You are the hands. You are generating energy in the connective tissue. Just like making dough, right? You massage dough and knead dough. You knead it, and what that does is it the rising of the dough. So when you massage your muscles, you release and stimulate the energy in what's called fibroblasts, and these are releasing healing hormones into your body. So it'll help them grow, to knit, to release, to get better, right? So self-massage, so important. And it's not like, oh, how do I do it exactly? You're not a massage therapist. Do what feels good, right? So for me, right at the base of my thumbs is really a tender place. This is where I'm starting to get the arthritis. So these massages really help. And you can do press out, working through and then back in. Press out, stretch, how that feels for you. And then bring it back in. One more stretch out. Back in, beautiful. And then releasing down. Turn your palms out and see how it feels. We do our moon salutation. We're going to be moving the arms in lots of different directions. So in preparation, we're just doing where we need to modify for our own. So your moon could be really small. This would be your hand. Maybe it comes up just over your eye. Your phone. If your shoulders are happy, and all the way. Let's take our arms rounding forward. I'll turn sideways. First 2 movements. Spine. Inhale, come up, squeeze those elbows back. Exhale, forward. We're going to do this with a song. I'm not going to do too much. Demonstrating. Then release those arms down. Lateral movements of the spine. Down to one side, notice the side body. Back up. Other side. Notice how this feels. If you're feeling pretty strong today, you want to go deeper, your hand could come to your shoulder. If you want to go deeper yet, your hand can come over your head. So if you go to the deepest level that I show you and you change your mind, say, oh my gosh, that's too hard for me. Pause and go back to the first level. So that's lateral flexion of the spine, side bend, right? The last two movements of the spine is spinal twist. So first level, you're just going to turn to one side just a little bit, bringing your heart to one side, but my knees are going forward. Look back a little. Notice how this feels. Remembering what your doctor says. Nice. Come back to center. Notice all these muscles that support our breathing mechanism and our spine. Go to the other side. And breathe. Back through center. And we'll do one more each side. Maybe you could hook your arm around the back of your chair and use your hand to draw you a little deeper if you feel. Does that feel good to you? If it feels too much, just back off. Move through center and come to the other side. The beauty of this class, let your yoga dance, you adjust it according to your own needs. Breathe as you sit tall. And release back to center. Okay. Work the upper body, waking up the fascia and breath. I'm going to go down on these legs. So we're going to work down the legs. We're going to lift the legs with a little bit more detail. Again, pay attention. So you might have like a footstool or another chair that you could rest a foot on, and that's perfect. Otherwise, maybe you can bring it up. Okay, so we're going to come down. How far down can you go? Don't worry about it if you go down your feet. A little energy, this little padding. Again, waking up the fiberglass. Beautiful. And then we're going to take our hands behind the knee, lift up, lean back, and just see how high you can. It could be just down low, right? Find the level that works for you. Get the knee going. Notice how that knee is feeling. So when we're moving it like this, we're bringing, imagine we're spraying WD-40 right into that joint, getting it lubricated. And this circle one way, and then the other. Beautiful. And then the whole leg direction. And then the other. And you could always stop in between. Nice. Take it out to the side now and give a little massage down the outside of your leg and back into your lower back. And then go down to the knee. Give it a little heat as you massage, so a little bit more vigorous. Behind the knee, behind the hamstring, breathing, the quadricep, everything gets a little kneading. Remember, we're stimulating the chemical reaction for healing and renewal. And then see if maybe you could cross that foot over the top of your other knee. And if that doesn't work, you can be on another chair, right? And if you can't reach your foot, that's fine. Just move it a little bit more. Now, I have a sprained ankle that I did a few years ago. My left foot hurts quite a bit. So, kind of comes and goes. It just says hello to me. So I massage it and it feels better. And then it'll come back again, but I massage it with oils. And when I overdo it, I wear it like yesterday. I wore high-heel boots. Didn't appreciate after an hour of standing. Up and down. All right, so we'll go do our other leg. Reach down, sweep it up, down. I don't think I did this on the first leg. It's your lymph. Nice. Take it behind the leg. Stretch it up and down. So yeah, after wearing those high heels were really hurting, and so I just take my foot and massage it with warm oil, and just get it all warm and elevate it for a while, and then it feels fine. It goes away. Not a forever heal because it's old damage that's going to come back and say hello to me. But every time I massage it, it helps. In the whole leg, getting that hip away. And again, stop in between. Make it as big as me. Go the other way now. And breathe. Beautiful. Stretch that leg out. Give a little massage into the hip, the lower back, the outer thigh, quadriceps, the knee. And again, you don't have to be an expert on this. You know how it feels. So do what feels good. Under the kneecap, above the kneecap. And even if you have artificial joints, you have connective tissue that holds it in. All right, then lifting that up through the ankle, sole of the foot, the heel. You have plantar fasciitis, responds very well to massage. And ball, or even better yet, get yoga tune-up balls, put them underneath your feet, and roll and massage. And I can show you that, and maybe I will in the future, but I don't know what kind of equipment you have, so I don't want to be to do that when we don't have a wall. But it's a good practice. You can roll your foot on top of the wall. Okay. Big breath in, big breath out, and just come to awareness. Notice how your body feels now. Just after massaging, tapping, moving gently. A little tingling going through your body. That tingling sensation, the energy flowing into your skin, into your respiratory system, all right, so we still don't have a really good sound system, so I've been singing. I do. See that 2 people are on. If you're on here with me, you can say something. You can make a comment, or you could give me a thumbs up. Things like Zoom, where I can see that people are on. So we're going to do the movements of the spine again with some music. So this is a song that I'm sure you recognize, and I'm going to play it on my cell phone. I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear it through the computer. I'm also going to sing it. And this is a song that I know you know. The dulcet tones of Andy Williams, Moon River. I'm going to play it here. And I'm going to sing along with Andy Williams. So imagine yourself on a boat, and there's a big full moon shining above you. And you're ready to go on a journey. Pick up our oars and we reach them forward, rounding the spine, and then bring them back. Rolling forward. Inhale. Up. Just swing round the bend. My huckleberry friend. One more. Nice, beautiful. We're going to take a break now. Let those oars rest on the boat. And we're floating freely. Keep your feet apart and reach down to one side. I'm crossing the stars and reach down to the water. Come up through center. Exhale. Wherever you're going, I'm going your way. One more each side. Drifting off to sea. There's such a lot of world to see. Take your road, and now we're coming into a pile. Lift it up, bring it down one side. Spinal twist. The same rainbows end. Inhale. Waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend. River. And beautiful. Inhale and exhale. Slowly flow back and down. We're going to do now the moon salutation. Not sure if you can hear this music. This is a song called Rose of Roslyn. If you go on to my YouTube channel, you can hear this and do this with music. We'll have this beginning of next year. We'll have music all set up. Okay. So first move, full moon breath. Inhale. Exhale, take a half moon. Remember we talked about how big your moon is. So it's much smaller than mine. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bring those knees apart. Goddess. Inhale, reach up 5-foot star. Back to goddess. We're going to make this nice and simple. Extend your leg. Maybe you can extend one leg. Warrior two. Bring that back arm around, face towards that knee. Warrior one. Open the arms. Warrior two. Dancing our yoga. Exhale. Elbow to the knee. Back arm comes up and forward. Inhale. Back up. Warrior two. Face center. Goddess. Inhale. 5-foot star. Exhale. Beautiful. Turn to the other side. Straighten that leg up. Two. Round and around. One. Open the arms. Warrior two. Inhale. First warrior. Exhale. Elbow to the inhale. Warrior two. Exhale. Turn center. God. Inhale. Exhale, goddess. Open breath. Exhale. Inhale up. And exhale. We bring ourselves to standing now. Forward. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Reach forward. Inhale. Heels lift. Exhale. Lean forward. All the way to standing. And exhale, let your hands come down. Let me turn off this music because I'm not sure. I think it might be blocking out my voice. That song is called Rose of Rosalind. And usually I do that on my dance prayer, which is near the end of the class. I just wanted to share that. It's moon salutation. So we're still in chakra 2. Did a little bit more side bending. We also brought our legs out nice and wide. So we started working through the hips. So coming up into chakra 2, a little circular motion. I say to my students often that when you're waiting around for time to pass, like you're waiting for your water to boil to make your rice. So yesterday I made pasta for dinner that I made, and I was like, oh, my own advice. So I had the water and it just barely boiled. So I stood there and I circled my hips. This is something to do. Coffee to perk, you're waiting for your water to boil, you're waiting for it through a commercial, whatever. You find times that you have to wait and find some kind of movement. So these hip circles helps to wake up the lubrication in the joints. So take the butt back and around. I oftentimes like to take my hands to my back pockets to get the hips coming forward when I'm doing it, right? And then you could just do a Shakti shape, which is, Shakti is the divine feminine energy. So when you just move your body and shake and shimmy, you're getting this energy flow. So we did our massage before. That's one way to wake up the fibroblasts. Also just a little vibration will wake it up too. Remember those little belts that used to come around your butt and you had a little machine in the front? My mom had one of those when I was growing up. I thought they were really fun. So you take that in and it just gets your butt shaken. And then you get shake your whole body. And so vibration and movement helps to get the fibroblasts going as well. So we're filling up the fascia, connective tissue, and we're getting oxygen going in the body, and our circulatory system, the blood is flowing a little faster. So just shake your body as much as you can. And you're a 3-year-old or a 5-year-old, and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. Come on, when are we going to leave? They're so impatient and their whole body wiggles. And then just take a moment again to notice. How does that make your body feel? How does that vibration and dance can bring that energy through you? Put on some music and you begin to move in a sway, a shake, rock and roll, right? And then in this area right now, I'm gonna twist. You can balance, this works on balance too, right? Chair, a little support. You're coming up on one leg, the other one's just rotating. Maybe that a little bit faster. In now. In. Nice. One more. Beautiful. And then the other side. In and out. So this chair can be in front of you. You can hold on to the counter. We're getting the strength in our standing leg. And we're getting that. Breathe. One more breath. Beautiful. And then you can go back and forth. Shift. Get your upper body going too. Twist should have never gone out of style because the twist is working your waistline, your hips, and it's fun. Get a little shimmy, use your hands. So one of the songs that I did on for this was called the hip shake. Do the hip shake, baby. Do the hip shake. And it's get that energy going really fast or really slow. So you don't have to go real fast. But if you can get it going. Imagine that machine taking your hips and do the hip shake baby. So we're getting a little more energy going now. Beautiful. A little loosening up. So shake it with me. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Nice. One more breath. Woo! Beautiful. And then just take a moment. Notice, oh, I can feel it. Go right into my waistline. And then a little tap to the belly. So these taps, I was saying about how they call this dantian, right? We're doing a little energy tapping in the belly, getting that energy flowing. A little message here saying your connection is unstable. So wait while we're reconnecting. So I don't know if you're seeing me still or not, but I will keep on tapping. We tap the belly and tap the belly. And then let your yoga dance. We have a saying, we love our body no matter what, right? And it's hard to love our belly, especially, I don't know about you, but I ate a ton over Thanksgiving. I enjoyed every bit of my mashed potatoes and my pecan pie, however you say it. And then in the back, I sat around on my butt a lot, ate a lot. So we say, I love my belly and I love my butt. And I know it's hard to say when you've been complaining, you've been judging your body, but you gotta love it. It's doing what it can. So thank you for digesting all my delicious food. I had these fresh white rolls, which I never allow myself to eat. They were delicious with turkey and with stuffing and gravy and cranberries. Oh yeah, nice. I didn't have sweet potatoes. I had squash, pecans and brown sugar on it, and it was all so good. So we did our family thing on Zoom. They just in our own little pod in our own house, and I enjoyed every bite. And of course, I'm not used to being home. I usually a lot. So I had all the leftovers. Ate out all weekend, not just one day. I don't know about you, but that's what I did. And we enjoyed every bite. And then now this week, let's move a little bit more. But you know, it's okay. You gotta enjoy yourself. Keep on moving. Keep on loving your body. It'll handle it for you. Right? Okay, good. Now just take a moment and rest. I worked through my hands a little bit. They're a little tingly. And I've got all that energy going through my lower body. And also, what was I doing here? I fell forward, back, back, forward, back, forward. Now, I'm sitting into this, and I'm bending my knees. I'm not leaning way out, right? I'm going straight down and back, down, back, pelvic tilt. Beautiful. So you might imagine a little Michael Jackson or a little Elvis Presley song as you get these hips going. And you can throw one out a little bit more. And breathe. Slow it down. Reach. Pull it back. Pull it back. We're working the quads also. Couple more. Ha. Ha. Nice. One more. Beautiful. All right. Some of the things you can do, signature moves to work the second chakra energy, which is right in here. Second chakra is fluid. It's water and air. Or water and fire. Oh, I'm getting mixed up with my my thought. So water is the element. So water. Drink some water. Good time to hydrate. So your water element is and of course it's creation, right? So you're creating life, and you're metabolizing and digesting what's happening to you. And so it needs a lot of appreciation. The bowl of your pelvis supports all of your internal organs, keeping it moving, doing your twists. Water tastes good. Okay. So we're moving up into the third chakra energy, which is the solar plexus. The element here is fire. So in the third element, we get into a little more power. And we did these things with our moon salutation. And now we're thinking of a little more power. This is goddess. Out. Ha. If your knees are sore, a little. Think about doing it with ha, power. Inhale. Ha. 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 Couple more. Ha. If your knees are step forward, reach. Take it back. Ha. Take it forward. Inhale. Ha. Forward. Inhale. Ha. Power. Power. One more on each side. Ha. Ha. Beautiful. And let me bring you back to the chair and show you how you can do some of these power poses from a chair. So you get some energy music. I like a little earth, wind, or fire, earth, wind, and fire, or something else that kind of a good disco beat is a wonderful thing to get going. So we take it out, out, in, out, in, in. So this is one of my signature moves in chakra 3. Power, power, in, take it out, out, in, couple more as you go. Last one. Nice, beautiful, and take it out. So we'll do that one, and then just a like kick. You start with just a little kick, and it could be a heel touch or a medium kick, or you can take it up even higher. Hold on, right? Get a little power. And we're working our core by sitting up nice and tall as we stretch these. Nice, so little kicks, and I take this with a little twist. So I touch my opposite knee with my hand, and I get the twist going as well as the kick. Beautiful, and then take a little march, and we can do a count, which works the brain. So when we do choreography in Let Your Yoga Dance, it's not about memorizing and learning steps to look pretty. There's a poem, I'm reading a poem to you guys. Like, I don't want to do the pretty me, pretty you, monkey see, monkey do dance. I want to do my dance, right? So 1, 2, 3, kick, 1, 2, 3, kick. So we're working the brain, the left and right brain, as we try to count and step. And I'm twisting, and I'm kicking. So I'm working a lot of things here. But again, this isn't about performing for anybody. So even if you're getting it wrong, you're working your brain. And that's what counts. One more. Whew. And then just take a moment, notice. We're sitting in a chair. So I've had people tell me, oh, I'm not ready for sitting in the chair yet. That's not me. I'm ready. I got to get up and move. But then their knees are hurting, their ankles are hurting, or their energy is low, and they're like, oh, I'm not going to do anything because I'm not going to do it in a chair. I can get a big workout in a chair. So you don't have to do everything standing. You don't have to do everything the hard way. Do it in a chair. Do what you can. And you can get a good movement. It's going to burn that fire, burn off the pecan pie and the whipped cream, and then maybe ice cream, and get it going. You don't have to do it standing. You don't have to worry about losing your balance. When I'm moving in a chair, I'm really moving, burning calories, burning the fire, getting that fire going in any direction I want to go. Up and down, I can really move it. Or I can take it down by my heel. The fire's going. Get some music going. Do a little snap and move in any way right to you. You'll get it going. That's chakra 3. All right, we move up into our heart center. And the heart center is your connection. And I know it's really weird doing a class on a computer, and it doesn't feel the same as when you're in the center here, when you're seeing people and able to share a little story. So when we're together here at the center, I often have people connect and have a partner, and then we'll change partners because just to get to know more people. It's just a moment of looking into somebody else's eyes and moving with them with a little bit of fluidity and connection and synchronicity. This is something that we do often in class. As your connection is unstable again, so I don't know whether you lost me. I'm watching the connection get a little unstable and come back. So when we do mirroring, we look at each other and one person follows and the other person leads. You're following me. And when I move my right hand, you'll be moving your left hand, right? If you were in a mirror image, my left hand, you move your right hand. Now, when I teach, a lot of times I try to mirror so I say right when really I'm moving my left. But you don't have to worry about that. Arms circle and put on some beautiful music that you like. Now, if you're using still just you have a computer if you're watching this, right? Or a smartphone, you can get a streaming program, which means you're bringing music in. And there's free streaming. You know about Pandora. I used to use Pandora, but my favorite now is Spotify. Spotify. And it's a green and black logo on that. And I actually create playlists and make them public. You can find my playlists, or I can send them to you. Find the link, and then you can get my playlist. Search on type of music you want. Like maybe there's one person that you like his music, like Michael Bublé, for instance. I'll use Michael Bublé often before. And that Michael Bublé music will bring in other people who love Frank Sinatra. But you might find some new musicians that you didn't know about. Like I've got a new favorite named Steve Gold. Never heard of him before, but I listened to his songs. How is this guy? Your arms are like an extension of your heart. They're the wings of your lungs and your heart. You get into chakra 4, your heart center. Let your arms move. Get those shoulders going in place. Maybe you take a back stroke. Nice. And I do to this song, or in this chakra, often moon dance. The marvelous night for a moon dance. All the stars are shining above. A fantabulous night to romance. And I don't remember all the words to the song. The Moon Dance by Van Morrison, but a lot of people do Moon Dance as well. You can find other ones. But that's a nice jazzy, loving song. And I often use Warrior 2 in this. I'll step to one side, reach out and up, and center through a little goddess, and then a Warrior 2. So you can dance your yoga in any pose or any song. And then the shoulders, and again, remember, your arms and your lungs are the wings of your heart. Get them moving. Good. And then from chakra 4, we come into chakra 5. Oftentimes we'll sing. So we sang this week on Monday when I taught my class on Zoom. We did Get Off My Cloud. Hey, you, get off of my cloud. Hey, you, get off of my cloud. And this would be a great way for us to talk to each other, only we could say it a little bit nicer. It's like, hey, you, get off my cloud. I'm feeling really good today, and I didn't need to hear your negative talk. So that, hey, you, get off of my cloud. You're speaking your truth. We have learned to stand up for ourselves, but we can say what we mean without being mean. That's the hard part, right? So if we can learn how to communicate with each other that's coming from our heart center, coming out of the voice in a way that's loving and compassionate, but also speaking the truth. And then receiving that truth back from the people you're speaking with compassion. Sixth center, your sixth chakra, is integrating with your higher power. So it's taking all the energy that we've moved through our body and with discernment start to hold it in compassion and respect first for ourselves. Bring that oxygen home into your own life. And see if you can find understanding for all beings. We do a dance prayer in our sixth chakra and think about sending our loving energy out to the world. Gratitude is one of the best practices that you can find. And I've been playing a song by Stokes Mitchell. I'm blank on his first name. You know, Brian Stokes Mitchell, I think is his name. It's just called Grateful. Grateful. Josh Groban has another song, Thankfulness, a beautiful video this week of a father and daughter who sang thankful. And our gratitude practice is one of the best things that we have to bring ourselves back inward in alignment with our higher power, with the true values that we hold in our heart and in our spirit. Seventh chakra is our connection with all the energy that floats around us. So I want to send out to you my love, my appreciation, my gratitude for dancing and moving with me today. Breath in, big breath out. Put your hands to your heart center, your right hand over your heart, your left hand over the top of that. A moment to draw yourself inward with compassion once again. Feel your feet grounding onto the earth, and you could be sitting in your chair. I want to share a reading with you. One of my favorite writers, Donna Faulds, the poet. What's true? Share this with you. I receive the breath of peace, an easy breath. No need to make it deeper. The simple act of breathing reveals both inner light and the tight places where I'm not quite free. Sensing them, naming them, sending breath into the heart of my defenses shifts the balance from fear back to equanimity again. Divine presence enters with each breath, and it grows clear to me that breath is the lock, breath the key, breath the open doorway to divinity. My friends, keep breathing with intention. Honor your body and take care of it well. Honor your energy. Eating well. Move with joy, with intention. Send your prayers and intentions out to all beings, holding them with compassion and respect. And this will flow back home to you. I love you. I wish you happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Festivus, and Happy New Year. I'll be back in January, and hopefully by then we'll have the music going and we'll be able to dance with me. All right. Thank you so much.